What is up? I appreciate all 10 of you that were already in here before I started it. Made me happy. Made my day. Made my day. What's up, Jocko? What is up? Not really looking at much now. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at the charts, getting ready for this week, but I do think I may see a trade later tomorrow, maybe tonight. Um, whoa. There's no news at all. But you guys already know that Trump has been talking a lot, and news will just pop up randomly. What's up, Sergio? How we doing? So no news tonight, no news tomorrow. That could mean slower markets, but we'll still do our best to see what we can do. But I'll go over these right now. I kind of want to go over something that I think on stream that I was looking at on Euro USD. I think it was on stream. So it may not be on stream, but I was talking about Euro USD selling off and I was looking for sells at some point. Why? Because again, just simple breakout and pullback. And I actually want to go over something today that I saw in like my mentorship chat where someone was talking about pullbacks, this and that. And someone had mentioned that they don't really like trading pullbacks. They're lower probability. You guys probably have heard of that, whatever. But a pullback is usually a lower time frame trend, quite literally always. So like when you guys say pullbacks aren't as high as probability, maybe in some cases, but you can find a lower time frame trend that is a higher time frame pullback. So like for example, let's say you're on the 5-minute time frame. You're like, oh, price is clearly bearish, whatever. I like sells. I don't want to trade any pullbacks because whatever. But if you go to the 30-minute, you're trading a pullback of a 30-minute leg. So all that bullshit about, it's not bullshit, but when people say they don't like trading pullbacks, I'm like, you are unknowingly trading pullbacks every single trade that you take in some way, shape, or form on some time frame. So obviously, like within that time frame, you can be within the trend, but going up time frames, you're in a pullback phase on some type of higher time frame trend. So that's why like I'm so big on fucking pullbacks. Like that's why I've always seen them, and I was like, just find a way to capitalize on them, and this is how. But like I said last week, I was on stream again. I'm not 100% sure, but I was waiting for sells on Euro USD where it was, I believe, this supply here. Again, same idea. We broke structure. I'm looking for a pullback within the equilibrium of this leg. We weren't there yet. I was aiming to get there. Price did actually come up into my POI, but we had news. We had, what was it? We had 530. Just look. Here it is. We had NFP, or non-farm employment change, and we had Powell. Neither of those fucking news calls did jack shit for some reason. I don't know why. But I didn't enter because of that and some other criteria that I didn't need. But again, just because I didn't enter didn't mean it didn't play out. Played out, pulled into the equilibrium, and now we're getting a reaction that could take us higher, which again, I probably would have entered down here if I would have had a nice demand, but I didn't. But the one thing that's going against that is we already are in the equilibrium. We're still bullish on the 4-hour, but going against that, we could be looking to now push back down off of this weekly supply and continue the weekly bearish order flow. So we'll see. We'll see. But again, like there was 2 trades. Like last week, I only took one trade. Was a loss that ended up going in my direction. Happens, but 2 of the winners this week were either one confluence off for me taking it, or was at a bad time during news. It is what it is, but that is usually how the first week treats me. I don't know if you guys are in my Discord, but I always talk about, just based off my data, the first week of the month is the worst month for me. I take my most losses, or I take the least amount of trades during the first week of every single month. And for some reason, third week, just absolutely, I do my best. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me, a me thing, placebo. or it's actually something that, I think it makes a little bit of sense, but we'll not go into that. So, but if you guys look at any pairs, let me know. Again, this is where like, again, I want to say pairs. Like I can look at NASDAQ for you guys. Like you can look at US 30, but it's an index. It's completely different from any type of currency and just the way I trade kind of. I'm not going to say it makes sense for currencies, but again, I just see it work a lot better on currencies than I do like indices and all that. So, but GJ, I mean, same thing, same concept, different way. I am looking for a pullback, but it's going to be buys, right? We sold off on the 4-hour, breaking a low. We could say we broke this low, right? Or this low. Now we're just waiting for a pullback. I'm going to need to see a break of a major high up here, which I do think price will come up because we actually already filled that gap in. But if you guys notice that every time there's a gap within the market, price does tend to come up and fill it up. So what's up, Teresa? How you been? But GJ, again, just waiting for a breakout, and then I'm coming back in and looking for a demand to target higher areas. But if we do hit the equilibrium, you got to be aware that price can just sell off from there and follow the overall 4-hour structure. But again, that's where higher time frame comes in, and I do think price should push bullish, but that's not to say price continues to fall bearish and totally switches trend on the higher time frame. So, but we'll see. Price is not moving good. Gold, we can look at gold. Gold too, like I know gold is gold, but for some reason, I'd say gold moves differently than like any other like forex pair. So I kind of can see my system sometimes like within it, but sometimes no. Like if I were to like analyze this, I would just break it down. How I'd break it down is like I'm waiting for price to pull back into areas like this, and then maybe to continue to sell off, but it's gold, like I'd say it is going to continue bearish, but I mean, like again, it's gold. Gold just pumps and it moves like crazy. Like I feel like the best way to trade gold is lower time frame and really not fucking with the higher time frame. I don't know if you guys know Salva and Lucas Discord is an absolute beast. All he does is trade the 5 minute. He doesn't look at anything else. All he looks at is a 200 EMA. Whatever side it's on is at the side he's trading. If 200 EMA is under, of course, he's looking for buys. If it's on top, he's looking for sells and nothing else. And then he's just looking for trendline breaks. So like in this case, there's not much I'm seeing. Like maybe this tight trend line, depending on how price continues to play out. But we have started pushing bullish. I can imagine price like just flying up or something. So maybe for that pullback and then come back down. We'll see though. Again, gold isn't my thing. I wish I was a gold trader, but just moves a little bit differently. I'm not used to it. Same with like NASDAQ, which I should start getting into if you guys were here in the last couple streams. So, but I love going over Forex pairs. Edgar, what are you looking at right now? I know you're looking at something. GA though, everything's looking good this week for possible buys or sells, and they're all pullbacks, or probably going to be pullbacks, or obviously on the lower time frame it's a trend, but we may not get the entry. We may just have price play out how it should, but we don't get that supply demand entry that we need. But that's all future data to say if supply and demand is no longer working going into 2025. But GJ buys, yeah, I can see it buying up. I really do see it breaking this high. It doesn't have to, but price is pretty oversold on the 4-hour. So just based off that, I can say that price is going to have that pullback. But at this point, the way price, this is just the market fucking dumping. But Gates, I'd say, Jacob. But I haven't like really like paid attention all too much to really like give you a definite answer, but I'd say Gates. I'm pretty sure that's one of the things they're really big on. But again, like I was thinking that price was going to push back bullish here. Okay, we started breaking highs on this daily time frame, and then we just completely crashed. Again, like I was just saying, that could just be the market dumping right now, but or we could just totally just flip, right? Start breaking lows, and now we're totally flipping to the bearish side of things on the daily, which you could see because it's a scary market turnout. But I heard for futures, specifically like funded futures traders like Top Step, you guys can't trade tomorrow, or at least NQ. I heard that because NASDAQ opened like -5% or something like that, and that makes it to where you guys can no longer trade tomorrow, something along those lines. So sucks for you guys. I'm kidding, but it does actually suck for you guys, honestly. Not stupid rule, but kind of shitty. So you guys won't be able to capitalize tomorrow, apparently. I will, but not on NASDAQ. What do you guys think the markets are gonna do? You guys think the market's gonna keep dumping? I have a strange feeling that the markets are gonna bleed a lot more than people like are anticipating. Like I see a lot of people talking about this is a perfect time to buy, and maybe it is. But for some reason, I feel like because there's so many people looking at this opportunity as a point to buy in, that price or that the market's going to continue to dump. I really do think so. And it may be like absolutely horrendous for some people. But that's just the name of the game. So if it happens, it happens. Just sell. Just sell on Forex. No, it does suck, Teresa. I mean, you guys can trade gold, right? I mean, if you trade gold, drop more than retrace like on Tuesday. Yeah, possibly, Louis. Possibly. There's obviously going to be a pullback of some sort at some time, but it's just about when. We'll see though. All markets are doing shit. You guys know why. Tariffs is one of the big causes. So that's like one thing I love about like Forex is even if the markets are tanking, if I'm still seeing setups and I can take advantage of these smaller, moves, I'm gonna do it. It's not like there's not there may not be setups at some point. Again, the markets are subject to change. Like they can change at any time and something can be completely different. Took a sell in US30. Okay, so maybe you guys are able to trade. I don't know. Maybe it's just it. I think it depends on your prop firm, like the person because I think it's just Top Step that's like that. Maybe Apex. Again, I'm not too sure. You guys, some future wizard has to come in here and educate me on that because I am not a futures guy. So Edgar, what do you look at? What is your GJ buy analysis? Anyone in any trades right now besides Edgar? Like, are you actually in a trade, Edgar? Or are you just looking? Clarity? Oh, Teresa, because Clarity is Forex. Yeah, so that's why you're able to trade. But like, just like I'm pretty sure it's just Top Step or maybe a couple other people. You're not allowed to trade fucking what's it called? Tomorrow or something like that. Oh, yeah, let's check gold. Let's peep it. When you're looking at gold, Louis, are you like what's your model? Like what's your system going into? Are you supply and demand? Are you a breakout? Like what are you looking for? Are you like ICT type of guy, inverse fair value gap? I'm curious. If I remember correctly, maybe supply and demand, but I'm not too sure. But earlier today. Tokyo market. Yeah, I'd like to know like your bias behind it because like I've always been curious, like to me, unless like I'm on too high of a time frame, I suppose I get in usually could fit levels. Okay. Okay. So are you dropping down to the 1 minute? Like, are you dropping down that far? Because I see where volume clearly takes over, like right here. But like to me, I don't know how I would use the fit levels here. Maybe just because I don't trade gold or this low of a time frame. But I can see like even if like you were to trend line it, you have a clear breakout. I know Luca's big on that. Who goes to me circuit breakers? It's any futures trade. Any futures trading? Okay, thank you, Sam. Okay, so no futures trading tomorrow. That's what I'm getting at. 29.80. Oh dang, so you were pretty low. Was it this like sweep of liquidity too? Because this shit was honestly kind of nice. I can't lie. Like over here, I'm thinking. Like off this candle. I want to start a poll. I want to know if you guys are FOREX or I want to know if you guys trade FOREX or futures. Give me 1 second. I love the fact that I can do polls. Honestly, I find a lot of joy in it. When the candles become engulfing. Yeah, there was a lot of volume that came in. I'm sorry. I need to close my window. Give me 1 second. All right. Back. Sorry, my bad. There's a lot of loud cars outside. Looking for buys around 188.5. Hasn't come back. Where's my screen at? Should come back. Stream's a little delayed. But buys around 1. So you're not in buys right now, Edgar? I take it. Yeah, price is pretty bullish right now. I mean bearish, sorry. Gold futures. I trade vector candles in footprint chart. What's that? How's that working for you, Sam? I'm genuinely curious because the reason I ask is some of you guys may know I'm trying to get into futures. I just need to start trading either gold or NASDAQ a bit more. Just get onto futures. And I'm looking for systems that people are actually doing good with. Like I know Luca does good and I could follow his system, which I might, but I'm always open to new systems as far as like futures because I don't have a set stone strategy. Honestly, Luca's trendline exit is pretty fucking goated. I can't lie to you. But that, were you on the minute? Because I feel like you had to be on the minute. If I'm not wrong, this is it. Do gold. Okay. Yeah, I might start looking at gold. Like what I was gonna do is NQ, and I was just gonna like look for liquidity sweeps and breakouts, and just really trade volume. But if in your honest opinion, gold is sometimes I think gold is better for that, but I don't know. NQ can just be fucked some days, and I'm just like whatever. Gold, I feel like there's always moves on gold. Not always, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe I'll try gold. More FOREX people in here. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. But I appreciate all 21 of you being in here. You guys have consistently kept me there, but you should like the stream. You should like it. I really appreciate that. I mean, ultimately, it's helping Luca. It's Luca's account, but it's for all of NLT, so whole squad. But not seeing much, guys. Let's go peep here. Like, I don't even know if I'd want to buy into Euro USD. Thank you, Louis. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. What does 41 mean? Like, you guys got to tell me, because I see you guys spamming 41 sometimes, and I'm pretty sure it's like an inside thing with the like Luca, and I just don't know what it means. Unless it means absolutely nothing. But I see people spam it sometimes. Just waiting for market open. I want to see something nice. At 20 likes, so watch, everyone's gonna like it up. All for one, one for all. Okay. Okay. Damn, everyone seems to have known it but me. All for one, one for all. Oh yeah. Did Luca come up with that shit? Or is that like something that was already like implemented into the universe? And just like Luca started saying it. Just like Jane smart cracking my neck. No, but I know some of these streams can't get boring, guys. I really do know. But just ask me about any pair, honestly, because I'm super patient. Like I said, I took one trade last week. Like, what the fuck? Like, I know some of you downright took 20 trades last week. I know some of you did. And some, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I know people who take a lot of trades and are making a shit ton of money, but just how I trade. From what I know, he came up with it, but I could be wrong. Okay, that's cool. That's fire. What's it called? What was I saying? Oh yeah, but you only took one trade last week. I mean, Tesla. Talking about Tesla, I ain't giving away no Tesla, Edgar. Sorry, I get thrown off track a lot, but I mean, you don't need to take a lot of trades. Like, yeah, it was a loss, but even like March, I started March 2 losses the first week, of course, typical. Maybe I just stop fucking trading the first week and see what my run rate does, because I do definitely see myself capitalizing second, third week. But that's not to say that there isn't still winners. Because again, I just showed you Euro USD play out, GA played out last week, but I just didn't have that one confluence that I needed to get in. I think this strategy works on stocks. I don't know. I would say no. I can't say that for sure, but I would assume that it's a no. Okay, if it works for him, then maybe. But again, like, I've never looked myself. Maybe one day. I know what works for currencies, or pairs. Again, and it makes the most sense to me. It really does. But see what DXY is doing. Let's compare DXY to USD. See if we're gonna get a banger trade tonight. So same thing. We broke out. We've already come into the equilibrium though. That's one thing I'm already noticing on DXY. Oh, we actually did the same thing over here. Never mind, I'm tweaking. So we both came into an area where price can now start selling back off. We can have a deeper pullback. It just depends what price does. But at this point, we can expect on both pairs price to continue, because again, we just fulfilled or facilitated a weekly pullback. Price broke out of structure here. We pulled back. We can expect price to push back out that way now. It doesn't have to, but majority of the time it will, especially when we're seeing reactions like this, where this wick is just very good candle to show that price is going to go bullish. So what would I like to see from there is a break of this high on the 4-hour before I even consider price is going to move that direction on the weekly. That doesn't mean I can't capitalize on the lower time frames. What I mean by that is, while I'm waiting for price to break this high, which it doesn't have to yet, on the 4-hour, looking at areas like this where price initially broke structure, I could have capitalized on this pullback here of some sort. And again, this would just be the opposite for your USD, right? This is going up, so that means your USD is going down. Same thing, right? 4 hour could have capitalized until price has confirmed the weekly pullback. And then that's what I could have done, right? Didn't enter because the news pulled back. Now we're taking off, but we really need to see good confirmation to continue to buy on both DXY and your USD. Why? Because at any point we can just flip and start the higher time frame pullbacks, right? So you got to keep the higher time frame in mind. That's why I'm mentorship wise, I teach everyone in my mentorship with Luca, higher time frame is key. Like for any system that you're using, even if you're a trendline guy, a breakout person, no matter what you're doing, like even like your USD, if you know the higher time frames, if you know the price should start pulling back, if you know general price action, you know that price is starting to look bearish, you can enter in off some sort of trendline break, maybe some shit like this, for all I know, that might be your thing, or just a breakout of price, right? Works best as supply and demand, in my opinion, but understanding higher time frame is key, like in any system, in my eyes. So it just gives you a general idea of where price can go. So again, for very good confirmation, I'd like to see 4 hour break this high, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna keep buying. I would just capitalize on the 4 hour pullback. In the meantime, if I were to buy up into this high, I would honestly want to see this high be broken. And at that point, once price breaks that high, it may just continue to break that next high, and then I'm just kind of waiting from there. But it's a patience game because I like not necessarily perfection, but I like A+ setups, right? But in the meantime, like I could capitalize on other things, not really on your USD, but that's why I trade other pairs, which also aren't doing shit. So it could just be a slow week, not a slow week, but slow first couple days into the week, and then we end the week with a 1 to 5 banger, and we pop some bottles and we celebrate. So, but that's what I love about my system is I can do that. I mean, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Go to Mexico City with Edgar and go crazy out there. Edgar's trying to get me to go to Mexico, guys. Do you think I should go? Is it too dangerous? I'm a little scared. I just got my passport too. Just got my passport. I'm supposed to go to Bali. I don't know when, but I'm tempted to go to Mexico. We'll see. We'll see. Facts. I want to go to like a festival in Mexico. I know there's like beach raves or something like that. I don't know the name of it. It's like GU. I used to trade GU a lot, but I kind of just stopped trading it. Oh shit. First trade in the 1. Was it just like this little like engulfing candle here? I assume. Like once that printed. My homie's actually doing something like with very low time frame on NQ or NASDAQ. What the fuck? My plan not plan? Did it not renew? So I can replay, but apparently I have to get an even higher subscription on NASDAQ to go to 30 fucking second. That's crazy. That's crazy. Pretty sure that he just used it last week on stream and they fucked me over. But gotten in like 40 seconds. Yeah, my homie, he's been doing something on the 30-second where he does use the EMAs to kind of find general direction, but all he's waiting for is an engulfing candle in correlation with the EMA, and he's just entering for a quick 1-to-1 on the 30-second time frame. And it seems to be pretty good. It's just volume based, like NQ and everything like that. Volume. Like if you see Emmett, if you know Dr. Dollar, Luca, Cowboy, Mamba, they all are trading with volume. Like they're all just trading at high volume times, and just looking for these pushes in volume and just entering on an engulfing candle, kind of how you are, Louis. So that's also kind of what I want my approach to be when it comes to like NASDAQ. is like those little like volume pushes, just entering real quick, no spread, just straight in. Let's see what happens here. I hate gaps in the market. It genuinely bothers me. Bothers me looking at it. It just looks horrible. For some reason, I wish it didn't happen, but sadly does. Engulfing trendline break. Okay. Do you also look at things like the opposite? Like, let's say you're waiting for a trendline break. Do you want to see a trendline on the opposite, on the opposite side of things being respected? Does that make sense? I assume that's just another like influence, but it's not like a must. Like kind of if you're like coming within a wedge, I assume those are just better entries. I don't know. I don't know much about trend lines. Someone has to hop in a call with me and break it down. But I am supply and demand guy. I wonder where Salva's at. Well, market open. Not much going on. Sucks, honestly. It really does suck. Because I want to give you guys a trade, but I can't. I couldn't live with myself to give you guys a false signal. Like sell here. Okay. Okay, Louis, so you're just going for like little quick scalps. Jared TP2 sells. Nice. Nice. I assume you sold with that bearish volume that got pushed into the market. If you got in here, I mean, that's pretty fucking valid. Can't lie. Oh shit. 70%. And you're only trading gold, Louis? It's like your gold, your only number one pair. USD MXN. What the fuck? I ain't never fucking traded this shit. I knew it had to exist, but I've just never bothered to look it up. Honestly, price looks so chopped. Price is clearly bullish. If I was going to look at it the way I look at other pairs, say price is going to continue to go up. Price looks so chopped to me. I don't like how many wicks there are. Gold, NAS, and Dow is going to add platinum and crude oil. And you're just looking for, is it 1 minute only? Just 1 minute trendline breaks of volume. That's it. Edgar, but I don't know, like, this shit looks fucking, you shouldn't be trading this shit, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't, at least. I know. That's what I'm saying. It is kind of wild, Edgar. I don't even know what to think about it. I don't even know. I really don't even want to put my input on it. It just seems so different. Maybe I'm just so used to these other pairs that any other pair outside of it looks completely different to me, but no. Sorry, I hit the mic. I hurt your all's ears. I wish I could play music, man. Like, I really do. I swear you used to be able to do something on YouTube where in your like description on your live you can say like this music is subject, like something. You just wrote like some type of warning label, and then your videos wouldn't get striked. I swear I used to be able to do that on my live. Maybe I have to go live now and test it and see if I can bump music, because I feel like that would just uplift everything. But I feel like one of you like YouTube wizards in chat can tell me if that's a thing or not, because I swear it used to be a thing unless they took it away. So Louis used the hour and 15 to check general bias. Okay. So if you're bearish, you're bearish. You're bullish, you're bullish. Okay. Might have to check it out. But TB3 now. Nice, Jocko. Just bump public domain, lofi hip hop. Yeah, I could. I have before, but I just like bumping like just shit that's actually gonna get people hype. You know, like I could just put on like a chill lofi. Maybe that's what I'll do next stream. I'll just put on a chill non-copyrighted lofi. See how that goes. But like, what if we catch a winner? I wanna play Lil Baby. Some crazy shit. Something for a clip. That's the thing. I don't know what you can and can't do on YouTube. I don't think it's like crazy strict. Like, I don't know if you can smoke on stream. I think Luca does, but he kind of hides it. Am I not wrong? Luca kind of hides it when he smokes, or does he not? Am I tripping? I feel like he always kind of covers it. Makes it very very discreet. I could be wrong. You'll send your mixtape, send it over, Edgar. Dude, bro, I know. We'll see. Because Luca told me one time, he was like, bro, don't play music. I was like, I'm not, like, don't worry. But I swear there's a way to play like Drake and all this shit. You just have to put something in your description. I have it on a couple old lives, so I'll kind of go back and see. He vapes just barely. He says it's vape. It is vape. Quote, wink, side eye. Gotta make it first. Yeah. There's some auto-tune. I kind of want to do that. I want to get like that whole software that like all the phase guys be using to just like auto-tune, just fuck around with it. Like I know it's gonna sound shit, but it's auto-tune, you know, like it's like that'd be so fun. I'm gonna hop on stream with Luca, make him make a song. New type of content. Kind of how like you guys, I know a lot of you guys know Mamba, but you guys see like how Mamba is starting to get into more like the content creator type of space. Like I'm not saying he wasn't a content creator already, but he's getting into like just like more he's collabing with more content creators, and it's just it's definitely for him to grow, but he's not going to be able to target like a whole different audience, like an audience who don't even know him for trading, an audience that just knows him for like being funny or being cool or being rich. And then yo, what's up, Bankroll Jose? What's poppin'? I don't know if I've ever seen you in here. If like I'm totally forgetting you, I apologize. But you'll slide and make a mixtape. Might have to, Edgar. Maybe hop in a call and make a mixtape. I'll send you a sample. You put a beat on it. Produce it. We'll produce it into the Luca.NoLimit Discord. But is anyone in any trades? I feel like it's a slow night for not just me, but for everyone. I mean, obviously Louis already makes some money. He's a GOAT, but I just feel like nobody's trading tonight. Maybe even tomorrow. Again, like there's no news for the next 2 days unless some random bullshit Trump, shit comes out last minute. Whoa. And then we have a JPY. That's Tuesday, Wednesday. Whoa, Thursday is a big one. Thursday, I'm just staying out of the markets, honestly. The only time I'm trading is going into London, Wednesday going into Thursday. So, and then other than that, Friday, Friday's pretty bad too. Friday, same as well. I'll probably trade Friday night going into Friday. Hell yeah. You used to be cashing out, huh? So what'd you catch on gold? Was it just like a little, was it a sell? Was it like a little break here? A little tight trend line break, or how'd you do it? I'm curious. No Limit Records, I know. Come on, No Limit Records. Bunch of No Limit shit coming out. I'm gonna convince him to do a record as well. Record label. Sign Edgar. Discovery remote. A sell. Okay. Are you using like EMAs or anything, Louis, to like, or is you're just kind of just basing it off volume and engulfing candles? Euro's buying up, guys. Price did come into a point where it can buy up, right? We can see this just shoot all the way up, which would give us an opportunity to catch a pullback, and we can continue the trend until price just completely does a full flip in direction. But I'm not even really seeing much. Like, yes. See, the reason I wanted to break this high is because this is the high that led to this last major break and the low here. Like, yes, we could say like this as well, but it was this high. This is just kind of chop within because we only wicked this low here, right? If we would have broke, like let's say we would have broke this low with a body candle like this, then pulled back and broke again, yes, this high would have been the next valid high. But because that wasn't the case, I really want to see this high get broken before I'm even thinking about continuing to buy, because we could just get into a trap where price is still within, where it's trading within this bearish range still, and we could end up still selling off to go into like lower levels. So sometimes it pisses me off when I have to wait, but at the same time I'm like, whatever. Using volume engulfing, okay. I read that trading got halted in Tokyo. What? No way. That could be pretty fucking, I don't want to say bad, but like that could be pretty drastic, I feel like, in some way. Set a trend line to exit and sometimes exit before it breaks a trend line. Okay. So you're really just running with volume and price and just interesting. I might have to test it during New York. Do you see it working better like during New York, during London? I know you said you even got some trades during Tokyo. Is it like a universal thing where it's like any time frame it's good? Swiss franc is on the move, like on the move to get halted. What are you talking? What we talk about? Red dog. But again, guys, in like a couple minutes, I'm probably gonna end it off just because slow markets. I'm assuming it's slow for you guys. Hopefully the markets don't turn to shit and we have a complete crash. And everybody just, you know, no more streams. I'm kidding. Nah, I'd probably still stream and then you guys be very sad streams, but they'd still be there. So speed went to H and broke the market. I know, kind of crazy out there. Oh, it's moved 9%. Oh shit. Yeah. Markets are kind of crazy right now, so take that as you may. But seeing people hop out of here, so I think that's my time to hop out. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all of you who have joined. If you guys are in my Discord or Lucas Discord, you guys should know by now I'll be posting my trades throughout the night. I do post a weekly analysis, so go ahead, hop in my Discord. If you're not in there, just go follow me on Instagram. It's in my bio. You'll see it. But again, appreciate you guys all for joining. I'll catch you guys all probably tomorrow, honestly. Probably tomorrow. But I'll catch you guys. Good luck this week. Honestly, take it slow. Be patient. But 41, everyone. Later.